Happy Tuesday. And again, I'm so grateful to be a participant in this market. So we're hooked in for the Bybit full scan today. So I'll be scanning through the full list and seeing if we can find any cradle trades. And remember, if you haven't, go and open a Bybit account. Sign up and deposit some funds in there. It's a good platform. All right, guys, let's get into it. Starting off with Bitcoin. Okay, so had some buying coming in to the market, which is pretty cool. What does it tell me? Well, from our training, if you've done the webinar on Bybit on the crypto cradle strategy and how to use the cradle zone, we can see had a very nice pullback up into the daily cradle zone here in Bitcoin. And will that continue to go up? Will that create a daily lower high? I don't know. But it is pulling up very nicely into that daily cradle zone. And the MACD is playing ball with us as well, like what we like to see on with our cradle trades. So, is there anything on Bitcoin for us? Well, I've just got one message for you all. There's been a lot of talk on social media about tops, bottoms. It's impossible to call an exact top and exact bottom. And if some people have, they've just been lucky. All we can denote from by using the cradle zone is that price is pulling up very nicely into the cradle zone here on Bitcoin. And if we do get a little bearish candle in here, off some major support, it may be a good opportunity to short. Hey Ray, how you going, mate? Hope you're well. But at the moment, no options there for us right now. Now, onto Ethereum. Again, some solid buying coming back in here. It's nice to see. Not very surprising considering how overextended we've been, how much selling we've seen. Buying, selling, buying, selling. The foundation of a market. Anything here on Ethereum? I'm not interested in going long on Ethereum until this trend on the 4 hour becomes a bit more established. We are starting to trend up here, but until that 4 hour is more established, I'm not going to be taking any trades on the 4 or higher. Next, BitUSDT. Running into some major resistance down here. Now remember, we don't trade into major resistance ever. Whereas price trades into major resistance, it slows down, it gets weaker. It could get rejected like in this case down here. So there's nothing there on BitUSDT. Sol. Again, another one. We're getting these 4 hour trends just starting to kick in again, which is cool to see. Sol. Pulling into the daily cradle zone. But no, I want to see this trend follow through on the 4 before I trade the 15 or the 30, before I want to go long on the 15 or 30. We can just have a look at the 15. It is starting to trade beautifully. Wow, look at that. Let's put that in the list, actually. If you're a 15-minute lower time frame person, look at the cyclicity there. Boom, boom, bouncing ball. Beautiful. Okay, XRP next. Wow, some cyclicity really coming through on these lower time frames. And the MACD's playing ball as well, which is awesome. So XRP, we'll pop XRP in as well. Is it trending on the 4? Not really. Let's take XRP out. We'll put the 15-minute potential cradle zone trades. We'll put the 15-minute trades that we're going to stalk into the watch list if they have a 4 hour uptrend. Keep the list nice and clean. Okay, add a USDT, flat. Running into that major resistance again, not really that interested. BNB, flat. Litecoin, flat. Shiba, flat. I'm being selective just because I've seen a lot of buying coming, not a lot, just because I've seen a little bit of buying coming back into the market. I'm just going to jump the gun and pull the trigger and buy a whole heap of crypto with my capital on the sidelines. I will be acting with caution, and I want to see this buying follow through. If it doesn't follow through, it would be awesome to see a short setup in those daily cradle zones. But we can play this by trading the lower time frames and when there's a 4-hour trend. Okay, link, same thing. Nothing really there for me. I'm only wanting to trade those lowers if the 4-hour is trending. Oh, this is a nice trend here on sand. We're following these moving averages quite nicely. We're bouncing in and out of the cradle zone. I want to see that trend push on. And we have a level through here. It's not really relevant. Oh, it is a little bit relevant. There is a level of resistance through that. So I'm not really interested in trading ADA on the 4 there because of that level of resistance. And it's very messy on the 15, so we can leave that. FTM, remember, be selective with your trades. FTM, nothing there. AVAX, that nice bearish candle in the cradle zone yesterday, and price is not really doing anything. It looks like it's just hanging around entry if you are in that trade. MANA. Wow, beautiful daily 4-hour uptrend on MANA. Really nice uptrend. Look at this. Let's just admire this trend. Bouncing ball in, higher low, higher high. Looks good. Flick down to the 1. Let's have a poke around here. Have a look at the 2, 30, the 15. Look, if I see this trend pulling back into the cradle zone here on 2, yeah, that is definitely going into the stalking list. Cyclicity. That's what we're looking for. Good afternoon, Ash. The markets do indeed look like that, don't they? Chili's, same thing. Looking, if we got a bearish candle in the daily cradle zone, Chili's would be interested in a daily short there for sure. OMG, not much chop, starting to trend. Really want to see, like we always talk about on these scans, I want to see these trends follow through. And then when they follow through on the 4, like I said before, be really open to trading the 15. Incredibly open. But until I see that happen, here again on HABA, it's starting to trend. Technically that is a higher low there, but I want to see this push on and establish another higher low, form a good uptrend. We can have a poke around in the 15 anyway here. Yeah, and it is starting to trend. Let's put HABA in, just for the lowers. I personally won't take that, but there is a trend on the 4-hour, so we'll put it in anyway. Remember, with these lower time frame trades, if you are going to trade them, you are going to be trading against the daily trend in most of the cases. So that can lower your probability of hitting 1-to-1, which is our only goal really, and hopefully getting a big runner. Okay, XTZ. Starting to trend here on the 4 as well. Some of these 4-hour trends are really starting to kick in, guys. Go to the 30, go to the 15. Nothing. Let's have a look at the 1. Poking around, looking. We can leave XTZ. AXS. Wow, if that turns, it's a bit messy there on the daily. Have a look on the 2-day. Not deep enough on the 2-day either. So, yeah, nothing there for us. I was going to say if that candle turned bearish in the daily candle zone, in the daily cradle zone, sorry. Yeah, I want to know about it. Hell yeah, but not for us. VET sideways. Tron sideways. I'm just trying to see, what is the market telling me? I'm trying to be one with the market. That's what I've been taught by TRADERCOBB, who's my mentor. Ethereum Classic, nothing there for us, guys. I want to see this momentum carry through on some of these pairs, like I said before. ICP, nothing there. If you're in the community, you'll see ICP. There's a beautiful level there for a breakout. but we're not going to cover that because this is just the crypto cradle strategy for Bybit in this YouTube. AVE. Same thing. So the market's a little bit disconnected. Some pairs are trending up. Some pairs aren't really doing that much. It may be a session to trade the American session. For all you US traders that are following us, it may be a session for you guys if this buying continues 100%. Oh, also, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the video and share it if you want to share it with any mates, because that keeps us going on YouTube. It's great. File again, very sideways in some of these. If some of these candles set up bearish in the daily cradle zone, like I said, I would be very interested. FTT breaking out a bit. Now this is a nice 4-hour trend setting up on FTT, dipping a nice high low here, 2 high lows, and it's really pushing up. It knows what direction it wants to go in. Now, let's have a look here on the daily. The daily's pretty sideways, more or less. Had some buying down here, but more or less pretty sideways. But the 4-hour is looking good. Go down the 30. Let's have a look at the 15. Let's have a look at the 2. So that 4-hour trend is nice. If I saw FTT pull into the cradle zone on the 4-hour, I want to know about it. Certainly want to know about it. Engine, oh, a nice little bearish candle setting up there in the cradle zone on the daily. One for tomorrow potentially. Gala, take out this old level. Same thing. Crow, I got stopped out of that the other day, I think. Bit USD, I think we already did Bit USD. Again, sideways. That trend on FTT is really nice. G'day, Winston. How are you? Yeah, I'm a fan of FTT. It is a very, it's a contract that trends really well. When it really goes, it does trend really well. Rose, nothing here. A few flat levels forming on the 4 to the upside in some of these contracts, but nothing to write home about. All right, back to the top of the list. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the green list. Okay, so daily downtrend, like basically all of these contracts. All of these contracts are in a daily downtrend. Okay, have a nice 4-hour trend forming on Sol. So this is a contract where you can make 2 plays. We have some nice trends coming in on the 15, and the 4-hour is trending. So you could stalk a cradle on the 15 with the 4-hour trending. Now go to the 8, 12, go to the 16. Yeah, and of course you're trading against the daily downtrend. If we've got a little bearish candle in there on Sol, probably want to know about it as well. MANA, okay. One of the only, if not the only contract which is almost trending up. Had some few solid days of buying. Now, as we go down the time frames, go to the 8 to the 4. The 4-hour is trending wonderfully. If I got a cradle on the 4, I'd love to know about it. I'm just going to take this level out. And let's see if it matches up with anything. Sure does. Look at that. Boom. Nice level of resistance. These moving averages catch up. Get a pull back to that level on the 4. Great trade. HABA. Nice bearish candle in the cradle zone. That would look good. Let's go to the 16. Let's go to the 12. Let's go to the 8. Let's go to the 2, the 4. Bit of a 4-hour uptrend forming there. And a nice trend. We're just seeing some cyclicity returning to the 15. So that's pretty cool on HABA. So one to monitor if it does continue to cycle. And FTT. Again, another contract which has bucked the trend like MANA. A few solid days of buying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, solid week of buying. Go to the 8. We're trending. Go to the 4. We are trending. A beautiful 4-hour uptrend. Now, if we sort of pull back on the 4-hour here, let's have a look at some levels. I think there's somewhat of a level going through there. At 42.60 cents. Look, yeah, if price pulled into the cradle zone there on the 4, not on the 2, and not on any other time frame, but the 4, yeah, definitely consider that for a long trade. All right, guys. Well, that's a Bybit scan. Yeah, if you haven't opened a Bybit account, get over there and open one. They're a good exchange and deposit some funds. Otherwise, bit of a disconnected market, but definitely some trends coming, some cyclicity to the upside, and some cyclicity in the daily charts to the downside. So it'll be really interesting to see what the American session brings us, and if this buying does continue through, in which case some of those long trades could be very good options, or does the buying stagnate, and that could set us up for some great daily shorts. I hope you're all well, and as always, safe trading.